Hi there everyone, your Pat Ral, here with another vlog. So I have another Yugioh deck profile for this video. And this is a deck that I've wanted to make for the longest time, and admittedly this deck was finished a while ago. It's just I haven't gotten around to making this deck profile, but this is, again, a deck, it's one that I've wanted to do for a while. And if I'm being completely honest, there's still a lot of tinkering I could do with this deck. But right now, like in terms of like the ratios of like the different kinds of cards, I am pretty satisfied with it. So let's get on with it. I have all the cards laid out, and this here is a Crystal Beast deck. I have been a huge fan of the Crystal Beast archetype ever since I was a kid, like in middle school whenever I played the game. So this one is one that I really wanted to do for a while, and like in my opinion, the Crystal Beast isn't like the most competitive archetype, and even like when I play casually, I still don't see it as being one that's good, but it has enough support for me to make something workable in a casual setting, I guess. So here is the deck. And also, I have this art token card of my boy Jesse / Johan Anderson, one of my favorite characters in GX. And also, before I get into it, just for a bit of bragging, I guess, I do have in, like, right underneath, a ghost rare version of Rainbow Neos that I think I picked up at a flea market. So yeah. Anyways, the deck. Of course, I wanted to add in Rainbow Dragon because I felt having all 7 Crystal Beasts and making Rainbow Dragon would be something that could easily be done with the cards I have. And it is pretty easy to get out, in my opinion. So normally, like back in the day, Rainbow Dragon wasn't really a good card for a Crystal Beast deck, ironically enough, but now it is actually pretty decent. And then for all the Crystal Beasts, I'm running at least 2 of. First off, the one exception is Sapphire Pegasus, where I'm running 3 of, just because it's the best Crystal Beast out there. I mean, it can just bring other Crystal Beasts into the back row, and it can even bring other copies of itself. Just very versatile, very good. So yeah. Next up is Amber Mammoth, just a decent level 4. Its effect is that if another monster, or if an opponent's monster attacks one of your other Crystal Beasts, you can change the attack target to Amber Mammoth. Not that good of an effect, really, but I mean, the main purpose of it being in the deck is just for Rainbow Dragon, and because it's a nice level 4. Topaz Tiger increases its attack whenever it attacks, and it increases it by 400. Alright, I guess, but yeah. Cobalt Eagle has a pretty decent effect compared to some of the other Crystal Beasts, where it can just return any Crystal Beast, whether it's in any of the monster zones or in the spell and trap card zones, because that's the gimmick of Crystal Beasts. Whenever they're destroyed, you can have them go into the spell and trap card zone instead as continuous spells. Pretty neat. But Cobalt Eagle can just return one, like any Crystal Beast, to the top of the deck, so you can use that to recycle things like Sapphire Pegasus, which, I mean, really neat. Amethyst Cat, not a good Crystal Beast. It can cut its attack in half to attack directly. It's alright. Emerald Tortoise, also not that good. I mean, you can change a monster on your side of the field to defense position, so that's, I guess it's alright. I mean, it has high defense. Ruby Carbuncle is probably the second best Crystal Beast, just because whenever it's special summoned in any way, it special summons every Crystal Beast that's in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell, so easily good for swarming. So, for example, if you have Sapphire Pegasus there, it'll get special summoned from Ruby Carbuncle's effect, and you can just place any Crystal Beast back into the back row, including another Sapphire Pegasus. It just synergizes really well with Sapphire Pegasus and other Crystal Beasts, especially for like swarming, especially when you have like rank 4s that you can make with your level 4 Crystal Beasts. I could have added rank 3 Xyz monsters, but maybe later when I decide to tinker with this deck. Next up is Elemental Hero Neos, because it is a major component in one of the cards in the extra deck, which I already showed off, but Neos, pretty cool. Also, I like this artwork for Neos a lot. I'm running 3 Summoner Monks just because I can easily get out a Sapphire Pegasus with its effect, and then just go straight into like a rank 4 play. Really neat. And special summoning Sapphire Pegasus through Summoner Monk's effect gets me the Crystal Beast into the back row as well, so Summoner Monk is really nice. Now onto the spells and traps. I have here 2 copies of Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. What it does is it gains multiple effects based on how many Crystal Beasts are in your back row. If you have 1, then it can't be destroyed. If you have 2 Crystal Beasts, you can have the battle damage you take from 1 attack per turn. 3, you can negate a spell or trap card that your opponent activates. If you have 3. 4, you can draw an extra card, and then 5, you can special summon a Crystal Beast in your spell and trap card zone. Really nice. Real nice that it gains multiple effects, and I can easily fill up my back row with different Crystal Beasts to gain those different effects. Then I have 1 copy here of Called by the Grave, just because it could be really handy to negate hand traps if that's a thing I'm worried about, or just other effects in general. Crystal Abundance, really good card, really good way to finish off the opponent. If you have 4 Crystal Beast cards in your spell and trap card zone, you just clear every card in the field and then special summon as many Crystal Beast monsters as possible, equal to the number of cards that were sent to the opponent's grave. So if your opponent had a lot of cards by the time you activate this, you could potentially get just destroy your opponent completely, because if you add up the attack points of some of the Crystal Beasts, you can easily go over 8,000 points of damage. Crystal Beacon, really good. Really good. If there's 2 Crystal Beasts in the spell and trap card zone at least, you can special summon 1 from the deck. Really easy to do that, especially with like the other support that's in this deck. Crystal Blessing, I wasn't sure if I wanted 1 or 2 of these, but if you have 2 Crystal Beasts in your in your graveyard, you can place them into your spell and trap card zone. So really easy to, like, if I had 2 Sapphire Pegasuses in the graveyard, just put them back, find a way to special summon them, then because those 2 got special summoned, put them back into the back row, or put more Crystal Beasts into the back row. Really neat. Crystal Bond, really good card. It's one of the more recent Crystal Beast support cards. And one distinction that I forgot to mention is a lot of these Crystal Beast supports don't have like once per turn effects. Like, you can, like, Crystal Bond is an exception here where you can only activate 1 Crystal Bond per turn, but that's because it's just a really good card. And what Crystal Bond does, if you activate it, you search your deck for a Crystal Beast to add to your hand, and then you place a different one into your spell and trap card zone. So add Sapphire Pegasus to your hand, and then place something else into the spell and trap card zone, summon Sapphire Pegasus, and place another Crystal Beast. You have 2 Crystal Beasts in your back row for an instant beacon play for Ruby Carbuncle. Or if you have like something like Crystal Promise here, just special summon a Crystal Beast from your spell and trap card zone. Easy. Crystal Bond is easily one of the best cards in this deck. Double or nothing, because I have cards in the extra deck that make use of this. I got the idea to run this thanks to watching Dark Arm Duelist's deck profiles, and it's like, oh, that's actually something that would be fun. If the attack of one of your monsters is negated, then that monster can attack again, and its attack is doubled. Really handy. Instant Fusion, pay 1,000 life points, special summon a level 5 or lower fusion monster from the extra deck, but it's destroyed at the end phase. It's pretty cool. And there is 1 card here that can make use of that. Neos Fusion is the main reason why I'm running Neos. So when you activate it, if you have Neos and a monster that would make a fusion summon, or a fusion monster that would require Neos, you can just use Neos Fusion to send them from the deck to the graveyard, and that's just really handy. And it also gives the fusion monster a little bit of protection, so Really cool. Rainbow Bridge, just add any spell or trap with crystal in its name from your deck to your hand. 3 of those, just because easy way to search for things like Crystal Bond especially. Also, the cool thing about Crystal Bond is that Jessie is in the artwork. Rare value. This one is pretty neat for draw power. If you have 2 or more Crystal Beasts in your back row, then your opponent selects one of them to go to the graveyard, and then you draw 2 cards. Pretty neat for the extra draw power. The only thing that sucks about it is that it cannot be searched with Rainbow Bridge. So you just need to get a bit lucky with your draws for that. Then Ultimate Crystal Magic is another one of the more recent Crystal Beast support cards. So whenever one of your Crystal Beasts is destroyed in battle, doesn't need to go to the graveyard, because just go to the spell and trap card zone. What you do after that is you send 7 Crystal Beasts with different names from your hand, deck, and or face up on the field to the graveyard, which 7 different Crystal Beasts is how you are able to summon Rainbow Dragon. So since they're all in the graveyard, boom. If you have Rainbow Dragon in your hand, you can just summon that. But once those are sent to the graveyard, you special summon an stumbling on my words. You special summon an Ultimate Crystal monster from your extra deck, and it's treated as a fusion summon. And then also, you can banish a card from your graveyard after one of your Ultimate Crystal monsters leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, and then just place as many Crystal Beast cards as you want into your spell and trap card zone. So really, really nice, especially because it's an easy way to gather up all 7 Crystal Beasts to summon Rainbow Dragon, and then summon an Ultimate Crystal fusion monster, which this deck does have, because there is only one, and it's actually a pretty nice card. Rainbow Overdragon, that's how this extra deck is starting off. I'm running 3 of these, and it's the main thing that would be summoned with Ultimate Crystal Magic. Now, you could summon this by tributing an Ultimate Crystal monster like Rainbow Dragon, which that summon is not treated like a fusion summon, so you can't activate one of Overdragon's effects. But Rainbow Dragon, just a really nice 4,000 attack point monster that's able to be easily summoned thanks to Ultimate Crystal Magic, or just how easy it is to get Rainbow Dragon onto the field. Hello there, Rainbow Dragon. Also, I never mentioned Rainbow Dragon. The downside with Rainbow Dragon is you can't activate any of its effects the turn it is summoned, but it can gain attack just by sending Crystal Beast monsters that you control to the graveyard, 1,000 per, or you could just shuffle every card on the field into the deck, which is handy. But Rainbow Overdragon. The plus side to Rainbow Overdragon is if it's fusion summon, like with Ultimate Crystal Magic, or if you were somehow able to gather 7 Crystal Beasts into your hand and field and fusion summon them that way, I mean, I guess you could do that, but Overdragon, if it was fusion summon, you can just, as a quick effect, just tribute itself, and then all cards on the field are shuffled into the deck, which is a nice way to just disrupt the opponent. You can also banish a Crystal Beast monster from your graveyard to have this card gain attack, which is alright. There's a monster that's not out yet that would be really good for that effect, but yeah. Rainbow Neos. Probably one of the best cards in this deck, just because its effects are really good. It's easy to summon thanks to Neos Fusion, and there's an easy way to use Neos Fusion in this deck, but it's made up of an Ultimate Crystal monster and Elemental Hero Neos, so it fits the summoning requirements for Neos Fusion, and it has 3 different effects. 1, you can send a monster you control to the graveyard to just shuffle your opponent's monsters into the deck, or you can send a card in your back row to the graveyard to do the same for their back row, or you could send the top card of your deck and shuffle your opponent's graveyard into the deck, which does have its uses, but it just has really good effects, really powerful, because 4,500 attack, really good. Next up, Millenium-Eyes Restrict. This is another thing I took inspiration from Dark Arm Duelist, which is what Instant Fusion is for. Just summon Millenium-Eyes Restrict, and it can just take control of an opponent's monster, and the monster takes control of has its effects negated, and you can even take something in the graveyard, so that's a good way to actually get rid of hand traps. Really neat. Next up is number 39, Utopia and Utopia Double. So Utopia Double is a thing that I would be summoning first for this combo, but Utopia Double, detach a material from this, requires 2 level 4 monsters to Exceed Summon. Detach one of the materials, add double or nothing from your deck to your hand, and then Exceed Summon Utopia using Utopia Double and its remaining material as material. So you have yourself Utopia, and its attack gets doubled thanks to Utopia Double's effect. Can't attack directly, but you have a 5,000 attack point monster, and you have double or nothing, which you can use in tandem with Utopia's effect, since it can just detach a material to negate any attack. So you can make Utopia a 10,000 attack point monster. You can use that for something else, like Overdragon if you have it on the field, just anything. Really handy combo there. Number 60, Dugares the Timeless, is another Exceeds monster here. Just requires 2 level 4 monsters, and you can detach the 2 materials to either skip your next draw phase to draw 2 cards and discard a card, which could come in handy. You can skip your next main phase to special summon a monster in your graveyard in defense position, which is also handy. Or you could skip your battle phase, or your next battle phase, and double attack of one of your monsters until the end of the turn. I have it mainly for the extra draw power, because that can come in handy. Next up, Lightning Chidori requires 2 level 4 wind monsters. When it Exceeds Summon, I can target a set card that the opponent controls and put it at the bottom of their deck. And then I can also detach a material from this card to target any card that the opponent controls to put it at the top of their deck. Nice way to disrupt the opponent. Pretty handy. Evilswarm Exciton Knight. It's I can just nuke the field with it, and it's a quick effect, so there's that. On to the Link monsters. Just because of how easy it is to swarm my side of the field, I have Borrelsword Dragon here as a Link 4 monster. Just really handy, nice little beat stick, can't be destroyed by battle. I can change the an opponent's monster from attack to defense position, which could come in handy. And also have it gain attack. Just, it's a really good Link monster. Then I have the 3 Knightmare cards that everyone is essentially running. They're pretty much cheap now, which is why I got them. But when they're Link summoned, they have various effects that can disrupt the opponents. Like this one, when it's Link summoned, Knightmare Unicorn, Link 3, just target a card on the field and return it to the deck. Knightmare Phoenix, I can target a spell and trap card that the opponent controls and destroy it. And then Knightmare Cerberus, I can target a card in the opponent's main monster zone. And when those effects are activated, if these are co-linked to any monster in any way, I can draw a card, so extra draw power. I mean, I do have to discard a card, but discarding does have its advantages in this deck, because I could just send Crystal Beast to the graveyard, one to fuel up Rainbow Dragon's summon, and also for things like Crystal Blessing. And then the last card here is Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Probably one of the more expensive cards in this deck, if I'm being honest, but its effect is actually pretty nice. Just, I could change any monster on the field to a dark monster. Not that one, not really useful to me. But the other one, I can pay 2,000 life points to send a fusion card or a polymerization, normal, or quick play spell card from the deck to the hand, or deck to the graveyard, and it gains that effect. So I can send either Instant Fusion or Neos Fusion to instantly summon Millenium-Eyes Restrict or Rainbow Neos. I can't summon for the rest of the turn. Also, that's another limit to Neos Fusion. Once I activate it, I can't special summon for the rest of the turn, but just having the ability to summon either of these two like that, and since it's a Link 2, I can easily get it out. Really nice. Really nice way to easily get a powerful monster out. And that is the Crystal Beast deck. I'm enjoying this deck a lot from like the few playtests I've done. I've done like a couple of remote duels with it on Discord with friends. Really like how it turned out. Now, there are some things that I could do to improve this deck. There is a Crystal Beast card that isn't out in the US right now. I believe it's called Rainbow Dragon, the Zenith Crystal Beast, which would be a really nice card for this deck just because of its effects. And whenever that card, if it comes out in the US, whenever that card comes out, I'm going to be doing a lot of tinkering with this deck because there are some Crystal Beasts here that I only need to run one of when that card comes in, because it does count as a Crystal Beast monster. So like now I would have 8 to choose from for Rainbow Dragon, so like any of those 7 would be nice, but like just since it's a Crystal Beast card, there's easy ways to get it out into like either the field or into my hand or into the graveyard for some plays. But once that comes out, I'm definitely going to be messing around with the ratios of the deck, because I could probably add in a second Crystal Blessing if I wanted to. I don't know. Also, just because I want to go the extra mile with this deck, nearly every card in this deck is super rare or higher in terms of rarity. The only one that's not is Ancient City Rainbow Ruins, because it's just regular rare and there's no way I'm going to pay the money for, what is it, Ultimate Rare, that's the other rarity for. But I mean, crystals are shiny, so the cards should be shiny. That was my reasoning. But anyways, that's the deck profile. Now I'm going to just show a test hand, just to show what kind of combos are possible when you have your opening hand. Now, of course, there's always the possibility of getting like just dead draws, but when you have a hand that's workable, you can do some pretty cool things, and that's why I want to do these like test hands with these deck profiles. So let's get on with it. Okay, time to shuffle the deck. I had to shuffle a lot beforehand because I had my deck like in a certain order for the deck profile, so I did have to shuffle a lot, but this is just to show that I'm not rigging the test hand or anything like that, because again, this is to show potential combos on an opening hand, and shuffling is the procedure you do before the game starts. But not bad. Not bad at all for a start here. Okay, this is assuming we go second because I did draw 6 cards. Let's see, having Rainbow Bridge is always a good start to things. So what I'm going to do is activate that. A good thing to do with Rainbow Bridge is to usually search for Crystal Bond, because that's a good searcher for Crystal Beasts. So there we go. That's... If I had another Rainbow Bridge, I could have used that to search for like something else. But I do have Crystal Beacon in my hand, so I'm not too worried. Anyways, now that we have Crystal Bond here, I'll activate that. Doesn't really matter what I add into my hand, because I will be putting Sapphire Pegasus into the back row. So let's put Amethyst Cat there. Sure, why not? Amethyst Cat goes to hand, and Sapphire Pegasus goes to the back row thanks to Crystal Bond. Can't activate any more Crystal Bonds this turn if I end up drawing any, because I do plan on drawing some more cards with what I have. But with that, now I summon Summoner Monk. When it's normal summon, it instantly goes to defense position. And then I'll just discard Instant Fusion for my hand, because I need to discard a spell card to activate its effect. Special summon Sapphire Pegasus from the deck thanks to Summoner Monk's effect. And from there, since it was special summoned, what I'm going to do is... Let's play Sapphire Pegasus there. So now that I have that, I have 2 Sapphire Pegasus in the back row, which is really neat. And now, what I'm going to do is use Crystal Beacon. Since I have 2 Crystal Beasts in the back row, I can special summon one from the deck. So the obvious solution here is to summon Ruby Carbuncle. To special summon these in the back row. Since those 2 Sapphire Pegasus were summoned. Let's see. You, I guess. And you. Sure. Doesn't matter. But, yeah. Also, I just want to say, having this tripod that came with my webcam, it's really handy to do this. I'm not using the webcam for this. I'm using, like, my actual vlogging camera. But it's really handy just to have this propped up compared to how I did this with the last test hand I did. Really handy. I mean, I'm a little bit worried because the The tripod is a little bit lightweight compared to the camera, and the camera is angled down, so things might tip over. Hopefully they don't. But yeah, also this mat, it's a Crystal Beast mat with Johan that I got as a Christmas gift from my friend Jamie. So you're probably watching this, Jamie. Thank you. Anyways, this is what my field is looking like after that. So what I'm going to do is overlay these two into Dugares the Timeless. Requires just 2 level 4 monsters. And then from there, my option is to just detach the materials to activate its effects to draw 2 cards, and then discard a card. And these are the cards I drew. Not bad. Not bad at all. So with that, that's actually... Oh, that was a really, really good draw. I did need to discard thanks to Dugares' effect. So discard Amethyst Cat just to get another Crystal Beast in the graveyard, just in case. So now, the good move here... Ooh, options. Options. Let's go with Crystal Blessing first. So now I can put these 2 Sapphire Pegasus, plural, into the Spell and Trap card zone. And, ooh, I have a good set of things I could do here. So first off, I could use Rainbow Bridge to get Crystal Beacon out. And I would need to do some special summons here. Or I could go into an Abundance play and special summon the Crystal Beast that I have here and just wreck the opponent. But both of those options are really good. So Crystal Abundance, I could go for... Is that enough for a one-hit KO here? Or a one-turn kill? Let me do the math. So 36, 54, 68. Maybe that's good. But the options now that I have Rainbow Bridge are really nice, so I'll activate that. So what I'm thinking for options, I can't add Rare Value or Rainbow Ruins, but I can add either Crystal Beacon or Crystal Abundance here to do some really cool stuff. And my worry here is, like, Crystal Abundance, I'm worried that that's not going to be enough for a one-turn kill. I don't think it will be, considering what's in my graveyard. No, it's not enough. Because, let's see, the 54, the 68. Actually, yeah, that is enough for the one-turn kill. Because the 3 Sapphire Pegasus, Cobalt Eagle, and Amethyst Cat, the opponent's field will be wide open once Crystal Abundance works. So that is an option here. It's a really good option, honestly. But, ooh, actually that does work, so. Like, the other option was to use Rainbow Bridge to add Crystal Beacon, and I could just use that to get a lot more summons out. But let's go for Crystal Abundance here. Let's just assume that the opponent has more than 5 cards on the field, so I can summon 5 Crystal Beasts. And now their field is open. Thanks to using Crystal Abundance, that sends every other card on the field in the graveyard. I can only activate this when I have 4 Crystal Beast cards in the back row. So there we go. And now, again, assuming that the opponent had 5 cards. So there's 1 Sapphire Pegasus, 2, 3. Let's go with Cobalt Eagle and Amethyst Cat. So just out of a quick curiosity, how many Crystal Beasts do I have? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, so that's 5. Is that 5? Can I count? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. So now with Sapphire Pegasus, the 3 effects all activating, I get 3 things. So you, and it doesn't matter at this point which one I place, but there we go. The opponent's field is open, by the way. My shuffling is pretty bad. So right now, that here, or this here, is enough to just OTK the opponent, but as a precaution, I could just go into a Link 2 here. Just do this, Link 2 into Verte Anaconda. Then use its effect, pay the 2,000, send these to the graveyard, Neos Fusion. Then Neos Fusion's effect activates through Verte Anaconda. And then just send one of those. If I had another Rainbow Dragon in my hand, I could summon it, but I don't. So there we go. Send those two. Just checking what's in my hand, because I frequently forget. But now Rainbow Neos is summoned. Don't need to worry about that. And now their field is open, so I don't need to really worry about the opponent doing anything. So who knows? Maybe as a precaution, I just send the top card of my deck to the graveyard with Rainbow Neos' effect to get rid of their graveyard, just in case they have graveyard effects that could activate. You never know. But there you go. There we go. Just the opponent's field is open. See, that's 45. That's these three together are 54, so that's 99. So that's 104. Yeah, 104,000 damage. So there we go. And again, that's assuming that the opponent doesn't have anything to stop us as we do these plays. The opponent could, but that is a decent opening hand. And another option I could have done beforehand, instead of getting Crystal Abundance, was searching for Crystal Beacon, which could let me get out Ruby Carbuncle. I do some other extra deck, like Link summons to clear my field, and then summon Ruby Carbuncle to get things out, like Borrelsword or the Nightmares, or Verte Anaconda out at that point. The possibilities there were pretty open for us to do a lot of cool things, but that was a decent test hand. And I didn't botch this one up compared to like the last one where I misplayed, so at least I'm pretty sure I didn't. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's it for the deck profile video. Now, I wish I could have shown off using Ultimate Crystal Magic to summon Overdragon, but I couldn't. But it's still something that I could easily summon, especially since I had Rainbow Bridge to search for Ultimate Crystal Magic at any point. But I just wanted to show, I guess, the Abundance play since that was possible. But Rainbow Overdragon is still easy to summon. This deck is pretty fun, like I said, like from the few times I've used it against friends, like through remote duels. But I like how it turned out. There's always room for improvement, especially once or if Rainbow Dragon, the Zenith Crystal Beast comes out, because that's just a really good Crystal Beast card. Probably better than Sapphire Pegasus in my opinion. If not, then it's tied with Sapphire Pegasus for the best effect. But those, I just really wanted to come out because then I could do a lot of overhauling with this deck and probably change like the ratios here, because I really don't need 2 Emerald Tortoises or Amethyst Cats. But yeah, and this was a fun deck profile video to do. Again, I love GX. I'm watching through it right now again, and the Crystal Beasts have always been one of my favorite archetypes ever since I originally played them when I was a kid. Didn't play it well because I was bad at the game as a kid. Not to say that I'm good now, but I'm better. But yeah, I always loved GX as a kid. It's still my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series. Or it overtook 5Ds as my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series in more recent years. Johan has always been, or Jesse has always been one of my favorite characters in the series. Not my absolute favorite, but his archetype is my favorite GX archetype. And I've always loved Rainbow Neos. Now, a quick fun fact before I end this off. This Rainbow Neos, this belonged to one of my cousins. We bought the last 2 Phantom Darkness packs. I think that was the set it came in, right? Yeah, the initials on it, if the camera will focus, are the initials for Phantom Darkness. He ended up getting that. and I really wanted it because I was running a really bad hybrid Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero, and Crystal Beast deck at the time. And I really wanted Rainbow Neos, and the card I pulled from the Phantom Darkness pack that I got was Dark-Armed Dragon, which at the time was it was a super expensive card, like topping like I think either 600 or 700 bucks at the time. So although he got one of the cards I wanted, I ended up getting one of the rarest cards in the game at the time. At least I'm pretty sure. It was one that everyone wanted, and I had it for a long time. I should have sold it, honestly, because like at its peak price I would have made quite a bit of money off of it, but oh well. This deck was still really fun. And yes, I have the cards laid out like this for a thumbnail. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this deck profile, let me know. If you like the fact that I did these test hands, I know someone commented before on the previous deck profile I did that showing the test hand was a nice addition. Let me know if you enjoyed that, or if there's anything I could do to improve these deck profile videos, because I do enjoy doing them whenever I do make deck profile videos. And I'm always looking to improve that, like I'm looking to improve my other types of content, so yeah. Anyways, that's going to be it for this vlog. Thank you all so much for watching, and see y'all next time for another one. Later. Still a cool mat. Thank you, Jamie.